Okay, we now put the clock back on the shelf and let its hands stand still. For our second play tonight is that of, first of all, did any of you know that ending was coming? How many of you knew that that was coming by page 19? Okay. Our second play tonight is that of a much different nature, and I know we're all in need of laughter by now. In the olden days, there were many comedy series we could listen to. Bob Hope, Red Skelton, Ozzie and Harriet, Father Knows Best, Queen for a Day. But comedy today on radio is almost non-existent. And on TV, well, I have to admit I'm glad I'm not raising little kids anymore. Enough of my pontificating. Okay, I did say we're all in need of laughter, so stay put. We promise the next show is a scamp of a character conceived by a young boy who at the age of 11 discovered the ability to belly talk, to force the voice up from the abdomen and through the throat in such a way that the voice would sound coming from somewhere else, that is, ventriloquism. I always loved Charlie McCarthy and Edgar Bergen as a kid, but never until I got a lot older did I really appreciate the genius of this man who could change his voice and bounce it back and forth from one character to another with such speed and take on a different personality with such wonderful humor besides. They were usually at opposite ends of the spectrum, too. One was angry, one was calm. It was amazing. I can't imagine how Edgar Bergen's mind could work that fast and make us feel that there were two totally different humans interacting. Hope you can remember one of the best old-time radio comedies, the Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy Show, with today's guest, W.C. Fields.
Okay. The makers of Chase and Sanborn Coffee bring you the Charlie McCarthy Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings once again from Edgar Bergen, Ray Noble and his orchestra, Dale Evans, and our very special guest, W.C. Fields, and Charlie McCarthy. Hi, Charlie.
Hello, Mr. Amici. Well, where is he? Where is he?
Why, what's the matter? You don't look very happy. You should be pleased that your old friend W.C. Fields is going to be here today.
Yeah, he better not start anything around here today, that's all.
Oh, now, Charlie, listen, you've got it all wrong.
I have?
Bill loves you. He thinks the world of you.
Small world, isn't it?
Oh, Charlie, look, why don't you forget the past? Forgive and forget. Live and let live. Hug and kiss.
Flotsam and jetsam.
Hail and hearty.
Hit and run.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Oh, hello, Bergen.
Your remarks are entirely out of order, young man.
Yeah?
Why, you have no right to say such things as you have about Mr. Fields.
Oh?
Why, he's a fine man.
Why, certainly he is. I think you should repent and relent, reform and recant, liver and bacon.
Laurel and Hardy, Chase and Sanborn.
Jason Sanborn.
Oh, now don't start that stuff again.
All right, now. Charlie, when Mr. Fields gets here,
Yeah?
I want you to apologize for the things that you've called him in the past.
Apologize?
Yes.
I'll do more than that, Mr. Bergen.
Oh, fine.
I'll even apologize for what I'm going to call him today.
No. Now, just for that, young man.
I'll slaughter him.
No. Now, young man, I want you to go into the corner and think of something very nice to say to Bill Fields today.
Well, I will if Mr. Amici comes with me.
And I want you to sit down and say, I'll be very nice to W.C. Fields 100 times.
But Bergen...
Now, go ahead and say it.
Oh, all right. I'll be very nice to Bill Fields 100 times. I'll be very nice to Bill Fields 100 times. I'll be very nice to Bill Fields 100 times. Mr. Amici, your advice was so lovely, I'm gonna do something for you.
Oh, you're gonna do something for me, huh?
Well, yes, I need friends today.
I see.
Mr. Amici, I'm gonna autograph a muscle for you.
Autograph, I don't get it.
Well, Mr. Amici, you will. You see this little outfit here?
Yes, I see it.
Well, now look.
Yeah. Well, now, what in the world is that?
That's what you call one of those skin sketchers.
A skin sketcher?
Yeah.
But what the... Oh, you mean a tattooing set?
Yeah, that's right. One of those epidermis embellishers.
Oh, I see. Well, where'd you get that, Charlie?
Where did I... Well, you might say it was given to... sort of given, Old Man Dugan, you might say.
Oh, so Old Man Dugan gave it to you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of him, isn't it? Very nice of him, isn't it?
Well, he didn't exactly give it to me outright, you might say.
Oh, you mean, he doesn't know you got it, huh?
Well, let's just say it was more of a trade, sight unseen. That's what it was.
Oh, I see, yeah.
What I mean is, he didn't see me take it.
Yes, yeah, I get what you mean, Charlie, exactly, yeah. You know, it must be very interesting work, this tattooing, Charlie.
Oh, it is. Yes, it's very good. It gives me a chance to express my most artistic self, you know. Most fascinating work it is.
Yes, I can understand that. I suppose that after a while it does get under your skin.
Yeah. Mr. Amici, you are the one.
Well, what kind of work have you been doing with this skid embroidery set, Charlie?
Well, yesterday I tattooed the Constitution on Schuyler Van Snoot's back.
Yeah?
But I didn't quite finish it.
Did you run out of ink?
No, but Schuyler ran out of skin. Oh, how about it, Mr. Amici? Why don't you let me go to work on you? Oh, I could do a lovely seascape on your chest, huh?
No, Charlie, I don't think so. The noise of the surf always keeps me awake at night. You see, I have a little trouble sleeping.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You try going to bed at night?
Yes, I do that.
Well, I'll tell you what I can...
Not as a regular routine,
Well,
you know.
you should tell me.
Often enough.
Well, then I could... Well, you know what I'll do for you, Doc?
What?
I'll tattoo a checkerboard on your stomach, huh?
A checkerboard?
Yeah.
Well, what good would that do?
Well, as long as you're going to be awake at night, you could play checkers in bed.
Yeah, pretty good idea at that. Would the color be permanent?
Oh, I use incredible ink, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, would the tattoo last me a lifetime?
Well, it would, unless you got a complete retread.
You know, Charlie, I'd like to see your tattooings at work.
Why, thank you, Mr. Amici.
But not on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, of course, there's always Ray Noble, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go again.
Here we go. Oh, Mr. Noble.
Hello, chaps. Well, what is it?
Mr. Noble, would you like to do your bit towards advancing a young man in his artistic career?
Yeah.
Well, who's the young man?
Oh, that's me.
No. I'm not for any of your skin games, thank you.
Skin games? Oh, how did you know?
Well, Charlie, what's the racket this time?
Well, Mr. Noble, I've chosen a career of tattooing, and you have the skin I'd love to retouch.
No, Charles, I don't know. Are you sure that you're artistically capable?
Oh, why, Ray, how could you ask that? Charlie's pictures are the work of a master. A master!
Well, thank you, Don, thank you. Why, someday you may be hung in the National Gallery.
Well, tell me, Charles, just how do you do it?
Well, of course it's done by electricery, yeah.
Well, come on, Ray. Roll up your sleeve and draw a picture on your arm, and, let me help you. Come on, sit down over here, Ray. Yes, come on, right on over.
Perhaps later.
Do you have
Yes,
anything in mind, such as a girl's name?
Wait a minute. I've got it. How about your family crest?
Oh, that.
What is your family crest, Mr. Noble?
As a matter of fact, Charlie, it's a crumpet rampant on a field of damp tea leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were one of the oldest families, you know.
Oh, he's a poet. Yes, yes.
Well, we could fit you to a T.
Oh, yes. Well, all right, so be it. I shall start pumping. Turn on the juice, will you?
Quick, Watson, the needle.
You know, how do I get mixed up in these things?
Stand still.
Well, what's the matter, Ray?
I say you're tickling me. I can't stand it. Wait, I can't take it. No, wait. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, well, Charlie. Well, how do you like that? He can't stand it.
Yeah.
It tickles him.
But I think that applause was unnecessary, don't you?
Well, believe me, as unnecessary as anything I have ever heard.
I thought he was quite inadequate at the part.
Completely. He can't stand it. It tickles him.
Yeah.
A crumpet for a tattoo.
Oh, don't burn me up anymore.
Well, Charlie, the first customer is gone.
Yeah. Oh, but he's not my first, you know. He's my second.
Second?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean?
Have you seen Bergan?
Bergan?
Yeah.
Well, now, don't tell me, Charlie.
Oh, I got him when he was asleep.
No.
Right on the top of his head.
Oh, God, what a spot for a mural.
Now, what's going on here, fellas?
Quiet. Don't say a word. Don't say a word.
Okay. Look.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bergan.
Oh, hello, Charlie.
Oh, look, Charlie.
Yeah?
Oh, ask him to take his hat off.
Well, be patient.
No,
be patient.
Go on.
Not yet.
I want to see him off.
I will.
Why did Ray run out of here in such a hurry? What's the matter here?
Well, Edgar, Charlie started to tattoo his arm, and he just couldn't take it.
Oh, I see. Tattooing.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's next?
You are.
Oh, how about it, Edgar? Wouldn't you like a nice anchor on your chest?
Anchor on my chest?
Chest, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
How about a stained glass on your bay window?
I can't imagine myself walking around with tattooing on me.
Well, you can't, huh?
No.
Well, you haven't seen the top of your head lately, have you?
What do you mean, top of my head? What do you mean by that remark?
Well, Mr. Bergan, do you remember taking a nap this afternoon?
Yes, well...
Well...
No.
Come on, bend over. Let's see that head, will you?
Charlie, did you tattoo something up there?
You're a walking billboard, Bergan.
What does it say, Don? What does it say?
Oh, eat it, Joe's. oh, God.
All right, young man. I think I hear Mr. Fields coming.
Oh, yo. Are you sure he's coming, Bergan?
Oh, yes, it's Mr. Fields, all right. Now remember to apologize for all the things you called him.
Can you see him?
Well, I can see just a little of him.
Yeah?
I can see him sticking his nose in the door.
His nose in the door?
Yes.
Oh, well, then it'll be 5 minutes before he gets here.
Now stop that, Charlie.
Look who's here, Charlie. An old friend.
Not too loud on that old stuff, please, Don.
An old friend, W.C. Fields. And as the saying goes, old friends, like old wines, improve with age.
They improve with age, eh?
Yeah.
Mine's a noggin, the father's ruin.
Well, it's certainly good to see you again, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Don.
The name is Don, Bill.
Oh, sure. I know, Don. Don Amici, yeah. I was going to call you D.A., but the folks would think the Flatfeet were after me again. You know, I love you, Don. In fact, everybody loves you.
Oh, well, thank you, W.C.
Don, You remind me of my dear old pater, a kindly old gentleman. He used to sit in the living room and spin around for hours. Now, there were times when he'd just sit in the living room and spin.
Well, Bill, he must have been a remarkable man.
Oh, yes, a remarkable man, Don.
You know, Bill, since we last saw you, there's been an awful lot of water under that bridge.
Yeah, water. That's the place where the catfish jump.
Well, Bill, now that you're here, I hope there won't be any fighting between you and Charlie, you know.
Fighting? Why? Don, you're talking to a new Fields.
A new Fields?
Yes, I'm a peaceful man, full of the spirit of friendship. Every night. By the way, where is the little jockey? I want to talk to him.
Well, here I am, Mr. Fields.
Well, Charles McCarthy, my little pal. I've missed you, Charles. I've been carrying the torch for you.
I can see it on your nose.
Bright little nipper. I see you got a new paint job. Well, Charles, in some of the things you say, I love you. I love you because you never change. You're always the same.
Well, thank you.
Always the same. A little rat.
Oh, now, look, fellas, please. Let's be civilized.
Charlie. If you'd only cooperate and avoid these little disgraceful scenes like we've had in the past.
Yeah?
Now, I want you to promise that you will make no remarks.
All right, Mr. Bergan, I promise.
I'm glad to hear that, Charles, because I'm here today bearing an olive branch.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Fields, I have something that might interest you.
Yeah?
Yes. You see, I own a tattooing set, Mr. Fields.
A tattooing set?
Yes, and I could give you an awful good price on a dim-out job on that nose of yours. You know, a little nasal needle point.
Ah, very funny, you silly little scatling. I'll take my olive branch and add it to your anatomy somewhere.
Well, that's a switch.
So you want to do a demo on my nose, eh? If I had a match, I'd commit arson on you.
Well, if I had a wick, I'd stick it in your mouth and rent you out for an alcohol lamp.
Now, Charlie. Bill, listen.
Charlie, quiet. Now, Bill didn't come here to fight with you. He's a new Fields, a brand new Fields.
Oh, I've got new fields to conquer, huh?
Quiet, Charles, or I shall be compelled to sell you into a xylophone.
Oh,
Well,
I
here we
listen,
go.
you. I'm
Stop
not
it,
going to
both
have
of
to
you.
put up with this.
It's going to get us nowhere.
Now,
look, ding, ding.
stop it.
And in this corner, we have Half-Pint Charlie, and in this corner is 2-Quart Fields.
And another thing,
Charlie. Now tell Mr. Fields that you're sorry for what you said.
Sorry?
Yes.
Oh, I refuse to be a middleman for such a fib.
Oh, now.
Tattoo my nose now, eh? The little fuel.
Oh, there you go insulting me again, Mr. Fields.
Why, Charles, you're a real dear friend. I'm being kittenish.
Kittenish. Well, I don't like your puss.
Charlie.
You know I don't think Mr. Fields loves me anymore, that's clear.
I never said I didn't love you. Why, I've got a soft spot in my heart for you, and a corresponding spot in my head that explains it. Well, tell me, Charles.
What is it, Mr. Fields?
Is it true that your father was a gate-leg table?
If it is, your father was under it.
Have a tick, you birch brain.
What is it, lantern snoot?
Are you inferring that my father was a drinking man?
I guess I shouldn't say that, no. No, your father wasn't a drinking man.
That shows how little you know about him.
Oh, you know, Bill, he must have been a remarkable man.
Oh, he was, Don.
Yeah?
You know what my pater said to me one day? Pater, I called him.
Yeah, well, what did your pater say to you?
Oh, you really want to know, eh?
Oh, I really want to know.
It was the day I turned 16.
Just how old are you now, Mr. Fields?
Well, you might say I'm looking forward to my 40th natal day.
Looking forward?
Yeah.
You're facing the wrong way, aren't you?
Very clever, Charles. Very clever. Why don't you go outside, blood poison, and sit on my buzzsaw? Imagine that little rat wants to do a dim-out job on my nose.
Aw, now, Bill, look, don't get excited. Remember, Charlie's an orphan.
Oh, yes, an orphan. It reminds me of stale champagne. Go ahead, Don. Ask me, why an orphan reminds me of stale champagne.
No, Pop?
Don, the more I talk to you, the better I like McCarthy.
You were talking about your father, Bill.
Oh, yes. Well, where was I? Pater. Yeah. I forgot to tell you, Don. Pater passed away at the age of 104.
Did your father die of old age, Mr. Fields?
Yes. No. He was kicked to death by a horde of infuriated grasshoppers. What's the matter with that kid? Brain warp? If I had a shotgun, I'd make a cribbage board out of him.
Why, you tanker, if I had a torpedo, I'd sink you.
I'd lower a termite on you.
Now, Bill, your father must have been a remarkable man.
Oh, yes. A remarkable man, Don. He always treated us the best of circles.
I suppose he was a bon vivant, huh?
A bum? Yes. No, Don. One leg was shorter than the other. This led to a faster remedy to remove a small brass rail from under his metatarsal. Tell me, Charles, do you have your legs shaved in them, or do they just pull the leaves out?
Why, you wizard of schnoz, you, I'll push your beezer so far into your face you'll smell coming and going.
Quiet, you squirrel's warehouse!
Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
Oh, there's the boy, Yeah. Did you ever see a dream walking? Well, ain't me.
Oh, goodness, Mortimer. Just look at those bruises on your face and head. Why, you look positively atrocious.
Oh, well, thanks. You look pretty good yourself, Mr. Bergen.
Your poor head and those bumps there.
Yep.
My, you're in pretty bad condition.
Well, you don't think they'll have to amputate it, do you?
No, I don't think that they'll have to remove your head.
Well, I hope not. I kind of need it as a place to keep my hat, you know.
Well, what happened? Were you kicked by a mule?
No. Wasn't that?
I see. It fell off a barn?
No. Ask me if I was hit by a truck.
All right. Were you hit by a truck?
No, that wasn't it.
Well, now how did it happen?
Well, I'll tell you. It was like this. You see, Charlie got me to go with one of them wrestling matches.
Wrestling matches?
Yeah, and he covered my face, and I was billed as the masked moron.
The masked moron?
Yep. You can make a lot of money if you stay in the ring, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
Mortimer, didn't you know what Charlie was getting you into?
I don't know.
No, I guess not. What kind of fool are you?
My kind, I guess. Charlie said that wrestling was easy.
Oh, you're so gullible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, gullible, huh? Oh, I'm gullible. I don't know what it means, but I'm gullible.
Well, I'll tell you. If Charlie told you black was white, you would believe him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, ain't it?
Oh, no.
I haven't traveled that much.
I know. Well, who was your wrestling match with?
A fella called Gruesome Gus. Yeah.
Gruesome Gus.
Yeah. The man that pulverizes.
I see. Well, isn't he the wrestler who agrees to pay $25 to anyone who could stay in the ring with him for 10 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, boy, them 10 minutes, they sure flew. And so did I most of the time.
So you went into the ring with this bruiser, and you actually exchanged blows with him?
Well, not exactly that. I just kept the ones I got.
I see.
He said he'd pin my ears back.
Well, weren't you scared?
No, I thought maybe they'd look better that way. Yeah.
So you started mixing?
Yeah, we started mixing, and the next thing I knew, I had a turned-up nose.
Turned up nose.
Turned up nose, yep. Yeah, turned up behind my ear. I made it pretty hard for smelling, though.
Well, now tell me then, what happened?
Well, I don't know. Long about that time, I looked up and I saw a face that I recognized in the third row.
Is that so?
Yeah.
A face you recognized. Who was it?
It was me.
And still you didn't give up. Well, all I can say is, stout fella.
Thanks. You're getting a little bulgy yourself.
No, I mean, I'm proud that you stood up to him like that. In other words, I'm glad to see that you've got red blood in your veins.
Well, he didn't leave very much of it in there. Let's face it, he clobbered me.
It was really bad.
Yeah, I'll say it was. Finally, he got so rough with me that my mask came off.
Your mask came off?
Yeah.
Well, then what happened?
He got one look at my face and he fainted.
Thank you for joining us for another year of Old Time Radio Comes Back to You. This is the National Broadcasting Company. Tonight's recreation of that old comedy favorite was quite the challenge for us, but we hope you enjoyed it. We'll be heard and seen again next month, but that info will be shortcoming. In the meantime, let's meet the current cast of The Pretend Ventriloquist with his pretend dummies. Edgar Bergen was played by Jay Summerfield. As Mortimer Snerd, a loving dummy at heart too, Tom Duggan. And of course that irascible kid, Charlie McCarthy, was played by Jacob Palka. W.C. Fields, who appeared on many McCarthy shows, always ready for a verbal boxing match, tonight played by a man who swears he drinks nothing but H2O, Andre Dixon. Ray Noble, a Brit who often played second banana but was truly a fine musician leading the live orchestra, that was Marty McNulty. And I played the part of Don Amici. My name is John Byhun. And now I turn you back to Andre Dixon, who will let you in on next month's shenanigans. I mean serious old-time radio recreations.
Next month, October, is Halloween month. And as usual, we will have something unusual. Matter of fact, half of the shows that we do next month will be totally different than anything we have ever done. You have to be here. You are commanded to come and bring a friend. We'll see you at the end of October.
What a treat it is to be back with you again. I certainly hope we'll be back next month with the good Lord's okay and possibly Governor Pritzker. We'll be back next month for sure. In the meantime, our deepest thanks to all who make this possible. First of all, for having a live audience. We could not do it without a live audience, right? And thank you for coming tonight. I know. Let's see, we thank, our deepest thank who make this possible, from Marty over there in the sound corner, who will be helped with others every month as the sound, sometimes the list for all the sound effects we need is mighty long and things have to happen together and they don't. And our techs over here on your left is John Gelsomino and Lorenzo Cordova. They make the shows available on local cable and TV, and then Andre over there also puts it on YouTube. And we have people who also publicize us on Facebook and through the newspapers, and we're kind of take turns, and we really need the publicity. So if you can tell your friends that this is going on and that we are here, and if you live together, you can sit together. Just remember the masks. And let's see what else we have. I have to make my profound apologies for not getting the whole list of our entire year together, the programming. My bad. But next month for sure, we'll have the programs for the entire year. And they include our Miss Brooks during the year. We'll do a Sam Spade. We'll do a Fibber McGee and Molly, Luigi, among other things. So those papers will be ready for you when you come next month. Let's see, what else is there? Just remember, next month it's Friday at 7:30 p.m. right here at this beautiful auditorium. And that'll be October the 23rd with X-1 and Father Knows Best. Thanks so much for coming, and good night.